You know, for pretty much our whole lives, we've been told that the secret to success is to be well-rounded. You gotta be good at everything, right? But what if that is some of the absolute worst advice you could possibly follow? Well, today we're gonna dive into a completely different way of thinking, the spike method. So, does this look familiar to you? You're juggling sports, you're in the debate club, you've got music lessons, you're volunteering, all while trying to keep those grades perfect. The idea is to build this flawless, well-rounded profile to show that, yeah, you can do a little bit of everything. Sound about right? Okay, but what if trying to be good at everything is the exact reason you're not standing out? What if it's actually making you great at, well, nothing? I'm here to tell you, you might be playing the wrong game entirely. Yeah, this leads us to something called the well-rounded trap. It's this belief that just checking all the boxes is your ticket to success, when honestly, it often does the exact opposite. I mean, this is the playbook we're all handed, isn't it? Join a bunch of clubs, play a sport, volunteer, get amazing grades. It's just this mountain of pressure to look like the perfect candidate. But here's the problem. Literally everyone else is following the exact same playbook. And this is what you end up with. Your profile, your resume, it becomes a flat line. Sure, you're competent, you're good at a lot of things, but there's no peak. There's nothing that makes you pop. You're good, yeah, but you're not unforgettable. So let's get into it. Why is being good enough at a bunch of things a failing strategy, especially when things get really competitive? This quote right here from an Ivy League admissions officer, it's a total game changer. It basically spills the secret. They don't want a college full of jack-of-all-trades. They're building a team of specialists. They want one incredible violinist, one nationally ranked coder, and one future expert on ancient pottery to come together and create a truly dynamic, well-rounded class. Let's make this super clear. On the left, you've got your typical well-rounded applicant. Good grades, 4 clubs, couple of sports. Totally fine, right? But look at the right. You've got someone with an obsession, a national award winner in competitive knitting. Now be honest, which person do you think an admissions officer is going to remember at the end of a long day? So if the flat line is the problem, what's the solution? Well, it's time to talk about the spike method. This is how you really get noticed in a huge sea of sameness. Okay, so what on earth is a spike? It's basically a deep, proven, and let's be honest, probably obsessive passion in one very specific niche area. It's that one thing that makes you exceptional, the thing that makes you different from everybody else. And the goal here isn't just to be kinda good. The goal is wild. It's to be better than 99% of other people at one very, very specific thing. It's all about depth over breadth. It's about getting to a level of skill that nobody can argue with. Think of it this way. Your spike is your story. It's your hook. It's the thing that grabs someone's attention and makes them think, whoa, hold on, I need to know more about the person who's a world expert on the history of Tetris. Okay, so this all sounds amazing in theory, but I know what you're thinking. How in the world do I actually find my spike? Well, it's actually way more accessible than you might think. Let's break it down. Now, this is the best part. Your spike can be almost anything. Seriously, we are not just talking about traditional, prestigious stuff. It could be competitive knitting. It could be urban beekeeping, collecting ancient coins, or making hilarious film score parodies on the internet. It's not about what looks good, it's about what you are genuinely, truly obsessed with. It really boils down to a simple 3-step process. First, just identify your obsession. What's the one thing you could geek out about for hours? Step 2, go deeper. I mean, way deeper. Read everything, practice all the time, become a legit expert. And finally, step 3, and this is so important, create something. You have to prove it. Win a competition, start a blog that people actually read, build an app, make something that shows your passion is real. And look, this isn't just about gaming your college application or beefing up your resume. This is about cultivating a real, genuine edge that's a true reflection of who you are. The payoff for doing this is huge. Having a spike makes you way more memorable. It just screams authenticity because it's not fake. It comes from a place of real passion. And most importantly, it gives you a massive competitive edge because you bring something to the table that is uniquely valuable. So if you take one thing away from all of this, let it be this. Stop trying to be a jack of all trades, a master of none. The world is already full of those. Instead, dare to be a master of one. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Forget about what you think you should be doing. Forget the checklist. And instead, ask yourself, What is the one weird, wonderful, obsessive thing that you are willing to be known for? Because that's where you're going to find your spike.